Good afternoon, YTPC. Easy Embers here on the porch, my favorite spot. And gosh, what a day. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't have my typical hat on this afternoon. It's beautiful outside. My goodness, it's beautiful. Perfect temperature, everything. It's just that perfect in between. You know, you don't really need to bundle up anything, you know, like put a hat on for covering up, but you also don't need to keep the sun out of your eyes. And, you know, it just, oh, what a day. I hope you're enjoying yourself. This evening, I am enjoying my gourd calabash. I feel like it's one of those pipes that every person probably needs to have one at a time at some point in their collection, you know. It's kind of large. It's a little unwieldy. But it is one of the driest, coolest smokers that I have. I don't get it often because it's kind of cumbersome to hold around, and it's big, and you know, it's got pieces and parts to it. But whenever I'm here at home and occasionally I pull it out, I'm always impressed. Got this about, I guess I'm feeling nostalgic today because all of this is kind of tied together in a way. About maybe three. I think maybe 3. I'm thinking it's 3 years ago. I got this from Lazarus Estates. I went to the Muletown Pipe Show for the first time, I think it was. I didn't know all the events. I didn't know anybody. I was brand new to the community. Hadn't even done much commenting, but my brother lives outside of Nashville, and so I saw this as like the perfect opportunity. I'd just stay with him, spend a little time with the family, and then head on down to the show. Just went there for a couple hours once the show opened, looked around, got my acquisition, and left. You know, didn't stick around, didn't hang out. I've gotten a little brighter since then. I've learned a bit. And now I know some good people to hang out with, so that's even better. But I chose this pipe on purpose for a couple different reasons. One, because, you know, I got this, and the tobacco that I'm smoking in it today came from the same time, the same acquisition. And it's the last 2, like, flake and a half of this Brown Sugar Flake. And I think this was a Sutliff production. I picked it up at the Sutliff table. It was like a one-time sort of deal, or at least I think it was. And I could be wrong about that. Somebody correct me down here if it's something else, if you can still get it. But it was Jeremy McKenna who was behind the table. I didn't know who he was at the time. His name tag just said Jeremy. And he called me over and he was like, "Hey, you got to give this a try. This is kind of a new release." He said it's an aromatic, but technically it's not a very strong aromatic. It's got a lot of natural flavoring to it. And at the time, I was only like, this was my first pipe show. I didn't know much of anything. I was just getting into it, and I was like, all right, it's brown sugar. Sounds good. I love brown sugar. I remember going home that evening and sampling it, opening it up, taking out a flake, and giving it a try. And I remember thinking, this has almost no flavor to it. Oh, how I've grown in 3 years. Goodness. Yeah, it's got plenty of flavor to it. It is more nuanced. It's good. I won't say it's great. That's why I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. I'm making room for some other stuff. But it's good for a day like today that's not overly hot that you need in Virginia. You can take a little bit more body to it, but you know, it's not so cool out that you need a lot of Kia or something heavier. It's pretty aromatic. Like the smoke that it puts off, it's very sweet smelling. The room note's excellent. This whole porch smells delightful. But it's made of Virginia with Cavendish, Oriental, and Burley. It's almost a kitchen sink blend. Almost. But I think the Cavendish definitely has the maple. Or not the maple, but the brown sugar sort of note to it. It acts, it smokes, tastes, and acts a lot like some Samuel Gawith, or Gawith and Hogarth, I should say, flakes. The Orientals kind of give it more of a perfumey sort of essence to it. But even now, after 3 years, I have to let it dry out. It's so moist. It's crazy. Well, enough of that. I tried to coordinate everything together in some form or fashion. Got my Sutliff shirt on with a limited Sutliff release that is soon to be no longer in the world here, with my acquisition at that same time. It's all connected together. But what I wanted to talk to you about was the upcoming show. It's not the right word. I'm sorry. Upcoming meetup. Hopefully we'd love to have a show before too long. But meetup that we have here with the Appalachian Ember Society in Corbin, Kentucky. So get out your notepad. I'm going to give you a second here. You know, you got just a few seconds. Get ready. Get out your pen, your pad. You're going to write this down so you know where to go. You're going to go to Corbin, Kentucky. This Thursday, the 28th of August, just a few days from now. Going to go to the business called Tomahawks. It's kind of behind Main Street. Just type in Tomahawks. You'll find it. Super easy. Walk in, get you a drink, whatever your fancy is, whether it be a soft drink, whether it be water, whether it's, I don't know if they have coffee or not. They probably have coffee somewhere. Or if you want something that's a little bit more on the medicinal side, go ahead and get what you want and then head straight back and to the right and join us on the patio. Feel free to bring some blends if you have some you want to try. We all just kind of bring whatever and we share. I may bring this and see if anybody wants to do a last minute take on it before it's gone. Along with a steady supply of plenty of other things. Most of us bring anywhere from 5 to me, I try to bring a ton. So I like 15 blends. I brought like a basket last time. I went through like 15 or more in jars or tins, you know. And if I'll tell you this, if you're interested, if you think you can join us, which I really hope that you can, I really hope you can, because it's a nice place. It's nice people. You know, you are the people. We like us, right? You know. Yeah. So come join us for sure. And if you think you can, and you haven't already, put a little comment down here and tell me a couple of blends that you would like to try. If I've got them, I'll bring them. If somebody else has got them, usually we kind of communicate amongst ourselves a little bit the day before. You see if anybody has any requests to bring anything. So if you can join us, why don't you let me know what you're interested in trying? Who knows? We might just have it, you know. And if we do, you are more than welcome to it. That's what this is all about, right? Everybody in the whole Tri-County area down here, southeastern Kentucky. Sharing, learning, growing together. Gosh, I hope the weather is as nice on Thursday as it is today. My word. Beautiful. The wife is doing wonderful. For any of you that are interested, she is inside the house being the jewel that she is, fixing us a healthy-ish pizza. If there is such a thing as a healthy-ish pizza. I don't know. But we're giving it a try. It's like the ultimate green pizza. Something like that. I've talked with her, and I would really, really like to go to both the Indiana and the Richmond Pipe Show. I've not gotten to go to either one of them yet. But I want her to come with me on the next one. She couldn't come to Ohio because it was on Friday, and she had to work. But I think both the Richmond and the Indiana one's on Saturday, and they're a week apart. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong here. If you're going to, I did see a couple presenters who said something about them being on the same weekend. I've looked, and it looks like one's going to be like the second week in December, and the other one's going to, or not December, September, the second week in September, and then the Corpse Richmond is going to be the third week in September. But please correct me if I'm wrong. I'd hate to show up there and just be wandering around like, where everybody at. That would just be sad. And it would give the wife it would reduce her faith in me a great deal. But yeah, she says that she wants to go to at least one. She wants to know what it's about and everything. And we'll make it a lot more fun for me. Hang out with the missus and scout around whatever towns in the area and, meet some people and have a nice meal. I don't know. Maybe turn into a bit of a date. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Introduce her to the culture and the people a bit. Yeah. The only thing holding me back from it is that at some point in between those weekends, we have family coming in to visit. So that would make for a pretty difficult work week, just in general. If we go to Indiana one weekend, come right back, entertain family for a week. If they leave on like Thursday or Friday, then us pack up, and go the next weekend to Richmond. That's kind of taxing. Would I do it if she would let me? Yes, I would. But am I going to be alive? Am I going to be just feeling like I'm dead in bed? Am I going to be able to get out of bed? I don't know. Time will tell. But in case I can't make it to one of those shows, if you're in the area, please come join us. Please. We would love to have you. It would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Last time we got together, our numbers, the number of the people who have kind of intermingled, it blasted off. It was great, Would love to have that again. Have the same 14, 15 people. Get us a couple more. I've heard from a few people that I've kind of reached out to that as I saw and as I, thought there might be some interested parties. And I've heard back from several of them and saying that they're interested in coming. So that's awesome. Bring your friends, please. It's a lot of fun. We'll relax, and one of the best ways to unwind from a work day, Yeah. If you see any of this, tin-wise, if you see it floating around, it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's good. It's not bad. I think in any other pipe, it tends to bite me a little bit. I kind of blame that maybe wrongfully on the Cavendish. But in this, it's really good. The oriental kind of flowery floral notes are really coming through, and it mixes well with the sweet brown sugar in this. And it's very light. If this is technically an aromatic, which I'm not sure it is, it tastes more like a light infusion. So if you're not a big aromatic person, I think you can totally handle this one if you can find it. Yeah, your flavoring comes in from the retrohale. I'll say that. But if you give it a chance, you get an opportunity, take it. Hope to see you in the upcoming meetup. Very excited. I wish you the very best, and yeah, I'm hoping to break open some new tins soon, so I get to try some different stuff. And I've got plans for some other things. The school year has now begun. I'm having to be a responsible adult and do lots of teaching now, so we'll see how much energy I have afterwards. But in the meantime, got good plans for the future. Hope everything's going well with each and every one of you. Blessings. I'll see you next time. Okay, I thought I was done, but I guess PS, postscript, PV, post video? I don't know. Anyways, I thought I was done, but the wife came out to give me an update on the food, and as she was walking away, she was like, "My gosh, I really like this tobacco a lot." I said, "Oh, you do? It's I didn't love it the first time I tried it, but now, a couple years of age, it's really quite good." And she's like, "Yeah, it's super sweet. This whole area smells like a Christmas cookie." Well, there you go. All right, officially wife approved, stamp approval. Good to go. Blessings.